Drone warfare has revolutionized what war looks like in the 21st century. It has emerged most famously from the Ukrainians during the Ukraine War as a means to gather data, conduct strikes, and control territory. Drones are cheap, easily obtainable, and deadly effective when used correctly. The introduction and adoption of drones on the battlefield has raised fierce debate concerning the ethics and effectiveness of using them. The results of drones on the battlefield have been broadcast to us in a way that's uniquely startling. Thousands of clips of soldiers being hunted by drones are all over social media. Russian and Ukrainian soldiers running for their lives from a kamikaze drone, their final moments being recorded in high definition video until they're blown to pieces. It has sparked fierce debate on the moral implications of adopting this new technology. In reality, soldiers have been getting blown up for decades now, whether from artillery or missiles, but only now we are able to see it happen so clearly. Only now has the dark reality of war been revealed to us in such a way. The arguments for the immorality of drones I'm going to address are accountability and violence over diplomacy. When a drone strike results in civilian casualties, it is often difficult to hold individuals accountable. Is the pilot responsible? Is it the commander? Is it the commander above him? Or is it the politician that authorized the strike? Who is to be held responsible? The reality is that the USA has a rigid line of command that must be followed before any strike is authorized. There is a man that is responsible for every strike and for any of the results that come after, whether good or bad. There is no ambiguity when conducting drone strikes. No matter what happens, someone is ultimately responsible for the decision. Because drones remove the risk to a country's own soldiers, leaders may be more likely to engage in long-range strikes on sovereign territory or remote assassinations. If our command decides to conduct a strike, they will be able to do it without risking American lives. This makes it a lot politically palatable to the American people, making it less risky to their political popularity. This argument indeed holds a lot of merit, but the fact that drones make it easier to conduct violence on foreign countries is not an ethical problem of the technology itself, but a moral and ethical responsibility of the leaders who wield these immensely powerful weapons. Essentially, the core of the argument is just because they can doesn't mean they should. Now, assuming our leaders are competent and they make a well advised decision that it is in fact necessary to engage in violence for one reason or another, whatever it may be, what then would be the more ethical decision? Deploying a drone that can execute a strike and effectively destroy a target, or deciding not to use the drone because it is too easy or unfair, and instead risk the lives of American soldiers and civilians to do the same job? Why should we sacrifice a man when we can send a drone to do the same job? There are those who believe the correct answer is not to do violence in the first place. This answer shows a misunderstanding of the question at hand. There are times when a nation must resort to violence, times when diplomacy is ineffective. The question isn't, is violence okay? The question is, when violence is necessary, wouldn't it be more moral to risk the least amount of our lives as we can? If the answer is yes, then the drones would actually be the more moral and effective choice. But this answer is also dependent on the motives of the strike and the character of our leaders' decisions. It is their responsibility to wisely use the power they have. This means that ultimately it is our responsibility, the American people, to elect righteous, wise, and strong leaders who will use their power not just for the betterment of our country, but with respect and care of other nations as well. Drones are simply a tool of war. Whether we use them for good or for bad is up to us, not the drone.